Good evening. You're now with me, Shalshmato, for TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. 4 church projects in Sarawak amounting to 800,000 ringgit have been approved by UNIFOR. Met Malaysia today issued a continuous rain warning for Sarawak, Sabah and Labuan, effective until Sunday. And on world news, Taiwan lawmakers brawl over bills that would damage democracy. We begin with this news. A total of 4 church projects in Sarawak amounting to 800,000 ringgit have been approved by the Unit for Other Religions or UNIFOR. These 4 church projects were applications submitted by Sarawak Head of State Tun Prin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar in aid for the churches and presented to the church representatives earlier today. The amount given is part of the allocation distributed by the Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Tan Sri Abang Johari Junapeng, to UNIFOR for the year 2024. Among the churches that received allocations from UNIFOR are Chapel St. Michael, Kampong Paun, Lundu, Chapel St. Matthew, Kampong Titika, Lundu, Church of St. Thomas, Kampong Sedaing, Lundu, and St. Francis Church in Lundu. These projects were presented respectively, allocated 200,000 ringgit, according to needs such as new construction, repair and also purchase of church equipment. The Malaysian Meteorological Department, or Met Malaysia, today issued a continuous rain warning for Sarawak, Sabah and Labuan, effective until Sunday, December 22. In Sarawak, continuous severe level heavy rain is forecast for the districts of Kuching, Serian, Samarahan, Sri Aman, Betong, Sarike, Sibu, Muka and Bintulu. While alert level continuous rain is expected to affect Kapit, Song and Kapit, Miri, Subis, Beluru, Miri and Maruji, as well as Limbang. In Sabah, alert level continuous rain is forecast to hit the interior, Sipitang, Ternum, Kuala Penyu, Beaufort, Keningau and Tambunan, and in the west coast, Sandakan, Telupit, Kinabatangan, Beluran and Sadakan, as well as Kudat. Meanwhile, a similar alert level warning has been issued for the whole of Labuan. As well as the public is advised to stay updated on the latest weather information through Met Malaysia's official website, the My Cuaca mobile app and the department's social media channels. Ten pupils and their parents were brought to safety after floodwaters cut off the main road while they were on their way home from the SK Nanga Pedai hostel in Kanawit. According to the Fire and Rescue Department of Bomba, the distress calls were received at 9:14 a.m. Upon receiving the distress call, 3 personnel from the Kanawit Fire Station were assigned to the scene about 40 kilometers away from the location. On arrival, the operation commander found that the road was submerged with water up to 4 feet deep. The 3 firefighters then worked with 3 police personnel to escort the victims through the flooded area using personal flotation devices. But luckily, all of the victims were successfully brought to safety and no casualties were reported. The Royal Malaysia Police (PDRM) has received 26 reports related to the Nick Share and Common Apps investment schemes linked to a fraudulent syndicate led by a Malaysian national who was arrested by Thai authorities on December 16. Inspector General of Police IGP Tan Sri Razaruddin Hussain noted that the Nick Share investment scheme has caused losses of 8,212,758 ringgit 29 cents based on 24 reports, while 2 reports related to Common Apps account for a total loss of 340,079 ringgit. Resolution added that several suspects and entities have been charged so far, and the investigation into the scheme is ongoing, including the connections involving Malaysian citizens detained by Thai authorities. Yesterday, the media reported that Thai police believe that they have dismantled a major money laundering fraud syndicate involving more than 5 million baht following the arrest of a Malaysian group leader and his Thai wife. Welcome back. And now on to world affairs. Taiwanese lawmakers tackled and doused each other with water on Friday as President Lai Ching-te's party tried to block the passage of bills they say could harm the self-ruled island's democratic system. Scores of lawmakers from Lai's Democratic Progressive Party had occupied the podium of the parliament's main chamber since Thursday night and barricaded themselves inside, piling up chairs to block entrances.
台湾是一个岛国，也是一个民主国家嘛，然后它刚好旁边有一个非常大的独裁国家。台湾其实扮演2个大的角色，第一个就是守住民主阵营的那些国家，像是日本、韩国、台湾，甚至菲律宾到印度、澳洲、美国、加拿大，就是有一个民主阵营嘛。那第二个，因为其实台湾人讲的语言，中国那边也听得懂，然后 中共非常喜欢说什么啊，中国人是不是很民主的？但是明明就是文化还蛮接近的一个国家，台湾，它却是一个可以当一个典范的民主。所以有一天，可能台湾人的那种很成功的案例，可以带动中国。
The DPP parliamentarians were attempting to stop 3 legal amendments proposed by the opposition bloc, which will make it more difficult for voters to oust elected officials who they see as unfit. Parliamentary dictatorship, some DPP lawmakers shouted to criticize the opposition Kuomintang, KMT party, and its ally, Taiwan People's Party TPP, for trying to pass the bills with their majority. Among the disputed bills was a planned revision to the Public Officials Election and Recall Act pressed ahead by the KMT and TPP to raise the threshold for removing elected officials. Sri Lanka's Navy said Friday it had rescued 102 Rohingya refugees from war-torn Myanmar adrift in a fishing trawler of the Indian Ocean island nation, bringing them safely to port. The group, including 25 children, were taken to Sri Lanka's eastern port of Trincomalee, Navy spokesman said, adding that food and water had been provided. Mostly Muslim ethnic Rohingya are heavily persecuted in Myanmar, and thousands risk their lives each year on long sea journeys, the majority heading southeast to Malaysia or Indonesia. But fishermen spotted the drifting trawler off Sri Lanka's northern coast at Mulivaikal at dawn on Thursday. While unusual, it is not the first boat to head to Sri Lanka, about 1,750 kilometers across open seas southwest of Myanmar. The Sri Lankan Navy rescued more than 100 Rohingya refugees in distress on a boat off their shores in December 2022. According to a Navy spokesman on Friday, language difficulties had made it hard to understand where the refugees had been intending to reach, suggesting that recent cyclonic weather may have pushed them off course. Hundreds of thousands of Rohingya fled Myanmar from neighboring Bangladesh in 2017 during a crackdown by the military that is now the subject of the United Nations Genocide Court case. Myanmar's military seized power in a 2021 coup, and a grinding war since then has forced millions to flee. On Bethlehem's Mango Square, Christmas decorations and pilgrims are notably absent for a second wartime festive season in the Israeli-occupied West Bank city. The Church of the Nativity that dominates the square is as empty as the plaza outside. As this was seen, only the chants of Armenian monks echo up from the crypt where Christians believe Jesus Christ was born.
Bethlehem since October 2023 facing a very difficult and critical situation as a result of stopping all the tourist sector business, and for that our economic situation is very bad, plus to the Israeli procedures around Bethlehem, which caused us a lot of problem, especially in the transportation movement. So
our store, we almost close. We don't open. We just open sometime 1 day, 2 days to clean. If anybody is coming, we come to open for him. And that's it, almost closed. Like as you see now outside, most of the shops are closed. So no work, no business.
Business is really dying in Bethlehem because, recently since 7th of October until now, there is no visitor, there is no tourists. We only see journalists or people who volunteer here. As you ask me about the business is like 99% from our business we lost it. Because Bethlehem, it's work out of tourism, and also this is our season because of Christmas soon, it's like in 1 week, and there is no tourists in the city.
And those are the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Shulshma Joe. Thank you for watching and have a good weekend.